Hello and welcome to SAP TechEd 2021. My name is Jens. I work as product manager for downtime optimization techniques like the near zero downtime maintenance, zero downtime option, and also for the technical downtime optimization app. This is the focus of today's session. Let's take a look what's new on this new application in the SAP One Support Launchpad. Before we get started with the session content, let's just take a look to the Intelligent Enterprise and where we are in this picture. We are dealing with the maintenance of SAP S/4HANA. So we're going to deal with the support and feature pack upgrades or release upgrades. We are part of the Intelligent Suite, which can be found on the application layer in that picture. The Technical Downtime Optimization app is a dashboard that is part of the SAP One Support Launchpad. It provides you an easy-to-consume graphical analytical dashboard that visualizes the results of upgrades, updates, and conversions. You can even simulate downtime optimization approaches. Like if you have done a standard conversion and you want to know whether a downtime optimized conversion or NZDM can help you to reduce the downtime, just use this simulation feature. We also give you tailored advices. For instance, if you observe lengthy downtimes in particular phases, we can also give you advices on optimizing processes like R3 trends, SQL, and so on and so forth. Last, I'd like to highlight that the application is free of charge. There is no extra cost for you. It's part of the maintenance contract. Further details can be found in the SAP notes stated below. And you can also see here the link to get started. Let's take a look how the data comes from your system into the application. It all starts with uploading the data, the runtime statistics from an upgrade, and also from the financial conversion of a system conversion. So on the one hand side, we have the software update manager that can upload the data from the technical upgrade and conversion portion automatically by submitting the feedback at the very end. Also, there is an upload feature available that you can use either for UPG ANA files that you have still from your older days, and also the financial data conversion that is stored in the PPL ANA. All the data is then automatically processed in the background, and it will be provided in the dashboard after approximately 3 hours. That's a process that works fully automated and nothing where you have to do any data enrichment or parsing the data. Now, once the data is there, of course, you're eager to get started with analyzing your data. Use the application, play around with it, and also simulate whether there's any feature that can help you to optimize the downtime. Last, also try to compare the results from a standard or also an NZDM approach. So how can you find the application? That's rather easy. Just enter the SAP One Support Launchpad, go for the tile catalog, and there you just search for technical downtime optimization. Add the tile to one of your favorite groups like My Home, and then it will appear on your home screen. You can see in this example, there is a greenish number that states 42, and that shows the last events that you have done in the previous 12 months. Now, before we get started with the demo, let's take a look to a use case that will be explained during the demo. Jane and Joe are co-leading a system conversion project to SAP S/4HANA. They got quite tight timelines from their business, and after running the first iteration with a standard system conversion, they got feedback that this will not meet the timelines that they get from their business. So they need now a way to optimize the downtime. In order to get started figuring that out, they're gonna use the Technical Downtime Optimization application. They upload the data from the standard run and simulate whether downtime optimized conversion can help them to optimize their downtime. Eventually, they leverage the downtime optimized conversion in the second run. And at the end, they also compare the results and see that exactly the downtime optimized conversion helped them to meet the expectations from their business. Now let's take a look to the demo and see how the technical downtime optimization application works in action.
Let's start with adding the application to the SAP OneSupport Launchpad. For this, in the SAP OneSupport Launchpad, open the tile catalog that you can see here on the top left corner. Search for technical, and then you will already find the tile. I will add this to my home, to the group. I'm going to save it, and I jump back to the home screen. You can see here this tile, Technical Downtime Optimization, is now listed, and it shows a KPI of 100, which indicates the last upgrades that I did in the last 12 months. To get started with the application, just click on the tile Technical Downtime Optimization. In order to simplify the view, I will just filter for one installation number that will show us the two maintenance events that we need now for the demo. Let's get started with analyzing the first maintenance event of the system conversion to SAP S4HANA. For this, I'm going to select the first line, the system DB1. I will be then redirected to the overview page. On the top of the overview page, you can see some basic information. Well, the type, of course, this is obvious, it's a conversion event run on this particular host, and the source and the target release, as well as the source and target database. Scrolling down a little, you can see, well, the analytics documents that were used at the foundation of the visualization here is on the one hand side from the SUM tool, the so-called UPG ANA, and from the FI conversion, the APPL ANA file. You can also see that there's two different views available in order to visualize the event. We're going to get started with the SUM runtime. It's the pure runtime of the Software Update Manager tool. And as usual, it's split into uptime and technical downtime. If we go here to the technical downtime, which was like 6 hours, you can see 6.5 actually. The data conversion for after import methods and XPRAS took us close to 2 hours. And as said, the Technical Downtime Optimization app is designed in order to also give you tailored advices. So assuming here the data conversion, like the XPRAS and after import methods, it took you close to 2 hours. You can probably squeeze this time by following the performance recommendations that are linked in the SAP node listed here. So the SAP node here in particular is 235.294. So this probably can help you to further reduce the technical downtime. The overall downtime is only visible if we switch back to the view S4HANA conversion. As said, the financial conversion time that is consumed post the conversion using SUM is only listed because the customer here in that case also uploaded the Apple ANA besides the UPG ANA. So having the combination of both gives us now the opportunity to take a look about the overall downtime. You can see the technical downtime is more than 1 day actually. And as you have seen, Jane and Joe, that are co-leading the conversion event, got feedback from their business that they are not happy with the technical downtime of more than 1 day. So what to do? Luckily, the Technical Downtime Optimization app gives us the opportunity to simulate whether SAP has any approach to significantly reduce the downtime. For this, click on the button Simulation. Let's scroll down. We can now see there is a downtime optimized conversion approach offered by SUM, and we can simulate whether downtime optimized conversion will help us to reduce the technical downtime. Start the simulation, and you can see on top, you can see actually two results. It's an optimistic result and a conservative result. The optimistic result shows us that the overall uptime will significantly increase, whereas the technical downtime will drastically sink to 6 hours. If we go to the conservative result, the uptime will increase actually by the same, whereas the technical downtime will be reduced to 7.5 hours. Jane and Joe can now go back to their business and say, based on the simulation, that we did with the Technical Downtime Optimization application, we assume that our SAP S/4HANA system conversion event will not take us more than a day of technical downtime, including the FI conversion, but probably just between 6 and 7.5 hours. The business teams agreed using the downtime optimized conversion. The company now run a second time the conversion to S/4HANA using another sandbox system in order to then compare the results. The results are also displayed here in the main view of the Technical Downtime Optimization app. The system ID used this time is DB2. Let's open the DB2 results, and we can already see, as said, the uptime increased, but keep in mind the uptime now includes the financial data conversion of SAP S/4HANA. The technical downtime as predicted by the tool landed by approximately 6 hours, which meets the requirements of Jane's and Joe's business teams. Coming now to the last part of this demo. Now we have seen the company run two different conversion approaches. The Technical Downtime Optimization app also allows us to compare two events. For this, I am now back on the home screen of the Technical Downtime Optimization app. I'm gonna select DB1, which is the standard conversion event. From here, I start the compare view by filtering again the installation number to just see my event DB2, which is a downtime optimized conversion. The comparison shows us here in a visualized way that the uptime significantly increased, whereas, of course, the technical downtime was drastically reduced down to 6 hours, including the financial data conversion, which obviously run in uptime. By scrolling down, you can also see that the visualization is here shown in different format. Also, further down, you can see the comparison in a table where you can see the two different cycles compared against each others. Very last, as part of my demo today, I want to invite all of you to submit your feedback on the Technical Downtime Optimization app. To do so, just use the feedback button above, and then the anonymous Qualtrics-based feedback opens. Just select how you like it overall, and then some more questions will be asked if you click next. With this, we are now at the end of the demo of the Technical Downtime Optimization app.
I hope that explained the Technical Downtime Optimization application well. Now let's take a look to the recent release highlights. We're gonna ship our features on a quarterly basis in an agile mode. So with the first release, we shipped, for instance, the manual upload. With the second, we shipped our simulation feature, and very recently, we just shipped the comparison feature that can be used to compare standard versus a downtime optimized flavor. Here you can find some more information like related SAP TechEd sessions on the conversion and also the upgrade of SAP S/4HANA. Also, follow the community blog and the pages where you get more insights on the application, as well as the SAP notes that you can see on here. Last on that slide, I'd like to highlight the introduction video on the application that can be played on YouTube. Here, I'd like to just advertise the learning offerings from SAP TechEd. Follow this link on the page to become an expert and accelerate your career with following the learning offerings from SAP TechEd. With this, I'd like to thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed listening to the Technical Downtime Optimization app breakout session, and I wish you a nice rest of SAP TechEd.